Well, hello and welcome to the first semi-finals round of the Digimon TCG cross-format Battle-Royale, where the victors of the four groups in the first bracket clash to see who gets a spot in the finals. And in this match our combatants are MegaZoo from the BT3 format of the game, Mastemon and Yelow Hybrids from the BT8 format of the game, and GrandisKuwagamon from the BT9 format. So let's not waste any time and find out who our first finalist will be. And GrandisKuwagamon has the first move. They hatch a Yokomon, evolve it into the promo Palmon, and they play the Memory Tamer Mimi Tachikawa giving 4 memory to Mastemon. They hatch a Demi Meramon, evolve it into Salamon from the Mastemon starter deck. They play the BT8 Candlemon for 3 memory, and for 5 memory they play the Gatomon from the Mastemon starter deck. With its own play effect, they reveal the top 3 cards of their deck, which are Mastemon Chaos Mode, another Salamon, and Flame Hellsite. They add Mastemon Chaos Mode and Salamon to their hand and send the rest to the bottom of their deck, and it's off to MegaZoo with 4 memory. They hatch the BT2 Nyaromon, evolve it into the BT2 Salamon. For 4 memory they play the Memory Tamer TK Takaishi. With its own play effect, they look at their security, add another Salamon from there to their hand, recover a card and shuffle their security. And for 10 memory they play Brave and Ludramon, giving 10 memory to Yelow Hybrid. They hatch a BT3 Upamon, evolve it into the BT2 Salamon. For 4 memory they also play a TK Takaishi, and with his own play effect they look at their security, they add a Zoe Yorimoto to their hand, recover 1 security and shuffle their security. Next for 3 memory they play the Zoe Yorimoto they just added. With her own play effect they search their security for a Digimon with Hybrid or 10 warriors in its traits and add it to their hand. They add Zephyrmon to their hand, again recovering their security and shuffling it back. Next for 3 memory they play a Yelow Memory Boost, revealing from the top of their deck TK and Kari, the Yelow starter deck Patamon, Dynasmon and Zephyrmon. They add Zephyrmon to their hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of their deck. Finally they evolve Salamon into Kazemon, giving 2 memory to GrandisKuwagamon, but because of Mimi they start their turn with 3 memory. They move Palmon to the battle area and attack Mastemon security with it, checking a Chaos Degradation, which puts Brave and Ludramon at the bottom of MegaZoo's security. And for 8 memory they play Okuvamon X Antibody from their hand, giving 5 memory to Mastemon. They move Salamon to the battle area and attack MegaZoo's security with it, checking a Volcanic Dramon, so Salamon is deleted, and with Demi Meramon's inherited effect they draw a card and discard a card. Next they play another Gatomon for 5 memory, revealing from the top of their deck Gatomon, Purple Memory Boost, and Omnimon's Ward Defeat. They add Gatomon to their hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of their deck. They DNA Digivolve the 2 Gatomon into Chimeramon. With its when Digivolving effect they place a Salamon at the bottom of their Digivolution sources and give minus 3000 DP to Palmon and Okuvamon, deleting Palmon. They attack GrandisKuwagamon security with Candlemon, checking on GrandKuwagamon so Candlemon is deleted. Finally they play the Memory Tamer Kari Kamiya, passing it over to MegaZoo with 4 memory. They move Salamon to the battle area and immediately attack Yelow Hybrid security with it, checking a BT8 Rapidmon so Salamon is deleted. Finally for 11 memory they play Volcanic Dramon from their hand, but there's nothing to delete with its own play effect, so it's off to Yelow Hybrid with 7 memory. They move Kazemon to the battle area, evolve it into Zephyrmon for 1 memory. They attack MegaZoo security with it, checking a Ragnar Lordmon, so Zephyrmon is deleted. For 4 memory they play the Dual Tamer TK and Kari, and pass their turn to GrandisKuwagamon, giving them 3 memory. They hatch another Yokomon, evolve it into another promo Palmon, then into the green starter deck Kabuterimon for 1 memory. They attack MegaZoo security with Okuvamon, checking a Durandamon, so Okuvamon is deleted. And for 3 memory they evolve Kabuterimon into another Okuvamon X Antibody, passing it over to Mastemon, who start their turn with 3 memory because of Kari. They hatch a Nyaromon, evolve it into Salamon, and for 7 memory they play Magna Angemon, and with its own play effect they recover 1 security. And since a card was added to their security stack, they suspend Kari to gain back 1 memory, passing the turn over to MegaZoo with 3 memory. They hatch an Upamon, evolve it into Salamon, and attack Mastemon security with Volcanic Dramon. And since it has security attack +1, it checks 2 cards, first one being Psychmon and the second one Gatomon. And for 6 memory they evolve Volcanic Dramon into the BT1 Omnimon. With its when Digivolving effect they delete Chimeramon, and it's off to Yelow Hybrid with 3 memory. They hatch an Upamon, they evolve Zoe into Kazemon for 2 memory, and for 3 memory they play Cody Hida, passing the turn over to GrandisKuwagamon, who started the turn with 3 memory because of Mimi. They move Okuvamon to the battle area, and since they have a level 5 green Digimon on the field, they suspend Mimi to hatch another Digi-Egg, which is another Yokomon. They evolve Okuvamon into GrandKuwagamon for a reduced cost of 2 memory because of Okuvamon's effect. They use GrandKuwagamon's Digiburst effect, trashing 2 evolution sources to give it security attack +1, and since it's not once per turn, they do it again. They evolve GrandKuwagamon into GrandisKuwagamon for 1 memory, and with its when Digivolving effect, they suspend Kazemon. And they attack Yelow Hybrid security with GrandisKuwagamon that has 18,000 DP and jamming, and also checks 3 security. First one being another TK that gets played, and with its own play effect, the Yelow Hybrid checks their security. They add Salamon to their hand, recover and shuffle their security. Next check is another TK, so it gets played, Yelow Hybrid looks at their security, they add Zoe Yorimoto to their hand, recover and shuffle their security. And the final check is Cody Hida, which also gets played at no cost. And at the end of its attack, GrandisKuwagamon suspends Magna Angemon and unsuspends itself. And they go for another attack on Mastemon's security, checking a Flame Hellscythe, which gives minus 6000 DP to Kazemon, deleting it, and revives a Gatomon from their trash. With its own play effect, Gatomon reveals Candlemon, Chaos Degradation, and Cyclone from the top of their deck. They add Candlemon and Cyclone to their hand, and the rest is sent to the bottom of their deck. The second check is another Flame Hellscythe. This time minus 6000 DP is given to Omnimon, and another Gatomon is revived, and with its own play effect they reveal the starter deck Mastemon, Purple Memory Boost, and the BT3 Lady Devimon. Mastemon and Lady Devimon are added to their hand, and the rest is sent to the bottom of their deck. And the final security check is Magna Angemon. GrandisKuwagamon evolves Yokomon into the BT3 Terriermon, and for 3 memory they play Green Memory Boost, revealing from the top of their deck Terriermon, Promo Okuvamon, Lalamon, and Kokuvamon X Antibody. They add Terriermon to their hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of their deck. And it's Mastemon's turn with 3 memory. They move Salamon to the battle area. They evolve Gatomon into Lady Devimon for a reduced cost of 1 memory. With her when Digivolving effect, they draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. They attack GrandisKuwagamon's security with Salamon, and with Nyaramon's inherited effect, they draw a card and discard a card because they have a yellow Digimon in play. They check a green memory boost, which is played at no cost. They attack MegaZoo with Magna Angemon, hitting a Brave and Ludramon, so Magna Angemon is deleted. And for 6 memory, they play the starter deck Angelwoman, giving minus 2 security attack to Omnimon with her own play effect, and at the end of their turn with Gatomon's inherited effect, they DNA Digivolve Angelwoman and Lady Devimon into Mastemon. With her when Digivolving effect, Mastemon puts Musemon Chaos Mode at the top of their security, and since it DNA Digivolve, they play it from their security, and with its own play effect, Musemon deletes GrandisKuwagamon. And since a card was added to their security, Mastemon suspends Kari to gain back 1 memory, giving 3 memory to MegaZoo. They move Salamon to the battle area and attack GrandisKuwagamon with it, and since they have 3 or fewer security, they get a draw from Upamon. They hit a Terriermon, so Salamon is deleted, and with its own deletion effect they recover 1 security. For 3 memory, they play Lightning Paw, giving minus 4000 DP to Mastemon, Salamon and Gatomon, and they missed the part where it says it only affects level 3 Digimon, but oh well, it doesn't change the outcome of the game. And for 8 memory, they play Gaia Force, deleting Mastemon, and it's Yelow Hybrid's turn with 8 memory. They evolve Upamon into Salamon. For 3 memory, they play another Cody Hida, and a Zoe Yorimoto for another 3 memory. With her own play effect, they look at their security, but there's nothing to add, so they just put it back. And they play Rapidmon from their hand, giving 5 memory to GrandisKuwagamon. They move Terriermon to the battle area. For 1 memory, evolve it into the starter deck Kabuterimon, then into the promo Okuvamon for 3 memory. They suspend Mimi to hatch another Yokomon, evolve it into Terriermon. They use a green memory boost to go back to 3 memory, evolve Terriermon into another Kabuterimon for 1 memory, use the other green memory boost to go back to 4 memory. For 3 memory, they play a green memory boost, revealing from the top of their deck GrandisKuwagamon, Kokuvamon X Antibody, and 2 Mimi Tachikawas. They add GrandisKuwagamon to their hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of their deck. Finally, they play Kokuwamon X Antibody for 3 memory, and with its own play effect they reveal 3 cards from the top of their deck, which are Okuwamon X Antibody, Promo Okuvamon, and Omnimon Merciful Mode. They add Okuwamon X Antibody to their hand and the rest is sent to the bottom of their deck, and it's Mastemon's turn, which they start with 3 memory. They hatch Anyaromon, evolve it into Candlemon, and for 4 memory they evolve Musemon Chaos Mode into Ophanimon. With its when Digivolving effect they delete Rapidmon, and it's MegaZoo's turn with 3 memory. They hatch Upamon. They attack GrandisKuwagamon Security with Omnimon, returning a level 6 source to their hand so it can unsuspend, and they hit Omnimon Merciful Mode, which has the same DP, so Omnimon is deleted. And by blatantly cheating, playing Gaia Force with no red sources, they delete Okuvamon, giving 5 memory to Yelow Hybrid. They move Salamon to the battle area, and at the start of their main phase, since they have a yellow Digimon in play, Cody gives them 1 memory, and since they have 3 of them, they gain 3 memory. They attack MegaZoo with Salamon, getting a draw from Upamon, hitting Omnimon Outer S in the security, so Salamon is deleted, and with its own deletion effect, they recover 1 security. They evolve Zoe into Kazemon for 2 memory, then into Jet Sylphimon for 1 memory, and with its when Digivolving effect, since they have a hybrid Digimon in its sources, they recover 1 security. They attack MegaZoo security with it, hitting another Omnimon Outer S, so Jet Sylphimon is deleted. They Digivolve one of their TKs into Kazemon for 2 memory, then into Jet Sylphimon for 1 memory, again recovering a security. This time they attack GrandisKuwagamon with it, checking a GrandKuwagamon, so Jet Sylphimon is deleted. They Digivolve another of their TKs into Zephyrmon for 2 memory, and attack MegaZoo security with it. They check a Brave and Udramon, so Zephyrmon is deleted. They use Yellow Memory Boost to gain back 2 memory. Next they Digivolve a Cody into Zephyrmon for 2 memory, and attack Mastemon directly with it, eliminating them from the game. And finally, by returning 10 cards with Hybrid in their traits to the bottom of their deck, they Digivolve one of their Codys into Susanomon for 7 memory. With its when Digivolving effect, they delete Kokuwamon, and it's GrandisKuwagamon's turn with 7 memory. They move Kabuterimon to the battle area, evolve it into Okuvamon X Antibody for 3 memory, and then into GrandisKuwagamon for 4 memory. They use Green Memory Boost to gain back 2 memory. They attack Yelow Hybrid security with GrandisKuwagamon, checking a Rapidmon. They evolve Mimi into Arbormon for 2 memory and attack Yelow Hybrid security with it, checking a Zephyrmon, so Arbormon is deleted. And for 5 memory they play Electroshocker, returning Zephyrmon to Yelow Hybrid's hand. And it's off to MegaZoo with 5 memory. And once again they use Gaia Force with no red sources on the field to delete Susanomon. And it's Yelow Hybrid's turn with 3 memory. They play a Bokomon. With its own play effect they reveal the top 5 cards of their deck, which are Zoe Yorimoto, Tactical Retreat, Rise Greymon, Dynasmon, and Patamon. They add Zoe to their hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of their deck. They evolve TK and Kari into Zephyrmon for 2 memory, and because of Bokomon's effect, since they evolved a Tamer, they gain back 2 memory. They attack GrandisKuwagamon directly with Zephyrmon, eliminating them from the game. And for 1 memory, they play Tactical Retreat, putting Zephyrmon at the top of their security, passing it over to MegaZoo, who starts their turn with 3 memory. And for 10 memory, they play Puppetmon, which suspends Bokomon, and it can't unsuspend during the unsuspend phase. And it's Yelow Hybrid's turn with 7 memory. For 4 memory, they play a TK Takaishi, with its own play effect, then look at their security. They add Zephyrmon from their security to their hand, and recover a security. Next for 2 memory they evolve the TK they had on the field before into Zephyrmon, and because of Bokomon's effect gain back 2 memory. Finally they attack MegaZoo directly with Zephyrmon and eliminate them from the game. And like that they became the first finalist of the Digimon TCG cross-format Battle Royale. Hope you enjoyed this and see you next month when we find out who will be their opponent in the Grand Finals. Until then, bye!